Life is like a book with chapters. New chapters usually start with significant events in our lives. Sometimes these events are of our own design and planning, while others happen unexpectedly and are out of our control. From an education perspective, school always seemed constant to me when I was young. I couldn't conceive school any other way than how it existed in the moment. Learning that a teacher was retiring or that we would be getting a new principal was a difficult concept for me to wrap my young mind around. Now that I sit in a different chair in school, I see things differently. Teachers retire every year, and changes in administration are actually fairly common. These are the chapters in other people's lives, in other people's life books, that sometimes influence my own story. The world of education, I have learned, is constantly changing. New chapters are being written all the time. Just like people, schools have a history, a story, and different chapters within that story. 8 years ago, I and some of the other teachers and staff members in this room today started a new school in the school district of Waukesha. During those 8 years, we've learned a lot and grown a lot. As most of you are aware, today, at this very moment, we are writing the concluding paragraphs of the chapter called eAchieve, Academy, Wisconsin. This is nothing to be sad about. On the contrary, it's time to celebrate. Some advice from Dr. Seuss is quite apropos. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. The book about Wisconsin's largest virtual middle and high schools, from which there have been more graduates than all other virtual schools in the state combined, and whose students who have the highest academic achievement scores by all measures, is far from finished. What makes a school anyway? Is it the company from which we purchase textbooks and computers? No. Is it the name? No. What makes a school is the people, the culture, and the relationships, bonds, and sense of community that are formed as we work together to master new knowledge and skills in preparing young minds to write their own chapters in their own life books. Each graduate here today should feel a sense of pride in their contributions to and entries in the IQ Academy Wisconsin chapter of our school book. Just as you are moving on to the next chapter in your life, our school also moves on to the chapter that will be called eAchieve Academy, Wisconsin. Exciting things and new opportunities await both you and our school as we start new chapters together. A really important new chapter in my life was when I graduated from high school and went to college. In high school, I did not perceive myself as popular and lacked the confidence to break out from the frustrating stereotype and vision I had cocooned myself. Whether or not my self-imposed barriers had any basis in reality really didn't matter, as my perception was my reality. The next chapter in my life book was titled Life After High School, and it opened many new doors for me, doors I didn't even know existed. Immediately, I felt more responsible, and my life path was now truly my own to create. A few months after graduation, I moved to college and found that I was liberated from the status quo of my own life. I blossomed into the person that I had been longing to become. The fresh start, afforded by a new chapter in my life, was just what I needed to further my progression. In a few moments, literally, you will finally finish the chapter in your life's book that you've been working on for 4 years, high school. And immediately, you will start the next chapter, graduate. In the words of writer Marie Robinson, nobody can go back, but anyone can start today and make a new ending. My question for you is, where do you want to end up? You get to choose, and today is the first day on your path to getting there. One of the interesting things about the book of life is that not only you start new chapters from time to time, but you are also the author of the book, writing the next page with each new day and the choices you make. Upon finding herself at a fork in the road, Alice asked the Cheshire Cat, "Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here?" "That depends a good deal on where you want to get to," said the cat. "I don't much care where," said Alice. "Then it doesn't matter which way you go," said the cat. Have goals and follow the path that leads to them. Lewis Carroll is also quoted as saying, "I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then." Indeed, each life choice shapes who you are as a person. Think about the person that you want to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, and choose the path that will lead you there. Take time for the really important things in life, but stay focused on your goals. In the words of Albert Einstein, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.